Well, there's certain, I can tell you right now. First of all, on the top of the chart is Vic, so that's correct. And the whole bottom of Vic is the administration. Administration on this chart of 2018 is wrong. These guys were all, with the exception when I was around of Stevie, definitely, he might have been away in 2018, but Stevie was the only guy that was still part of the administration when I was around. Maddie and Joe DiNapoli were incarcerated, and their positions were filled because now the acting boss was Mikey DeSantis, and there was no at that point there was no concierge. So, and then on the bottom here, going into the Jersey faction, you had Ralphie Perna was no longer a captain. He was knocked down to a soldier, and going across, you had Little Joey wasn't a captain. He was in our crew. Little Joey was a soldier in our crew, and next to Joey is Tino. Tino was acting for Dom, and I don't see Dom on this chart. I don't even see.
Dom,
yeah, I don't see Dom.
Interesting.
Well, because they have Carmine as Manhattan and Long Island. That's the Dom was Manhattan.
Interesting.
And then also down on the bottom where it says Jersey Bronx faction, the Joe Perna was with us in Staten Island. That was the Brooklyn faction.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
And then John, and then Nicky Jr. was with you guys too? No. With your crew?
Yes, but he was already incarcerated when I was around.
Interesting. So I'm just looking at this list, and this is from 18, and you're not even on it. Like generally, even if somebody defects, if they're recent, like this is not a perfect science, obviously, but they're on it. I don't even see you on it. So
well, take a look at who got straightened out with me, Anthony Guzzo, right?
Yeah.
Where do you see his name on this list?
He's not on here.
He's not on there. And let me look for Patty. And Patty was with us that day. I forget Patty's last name, but Patty's not on this list either.
Interesting. So just like any other intelligence gathering, obviously, there's probably informants in that.
Also,
yeah.
Go ahead. On the very bottom of the list, in the picture section, he's under Joe Caridi. Anthony Grado is shelved. He wouldn't be on this list.
Interesting. Why did he get shelved?
He got shelved for drug using and drug selling.
Interesting. So what I wanted to get at is this is wildly inaccurate, which I'm shocked that this day and age with informants, government surveillance, that kind of stuff, right? So my question to you is, did your crew, or do they ever give disinformation to like the feds? Do they give disinformation to throw people off? Maybe when new guys are made, like I just want to understand why there's such a major disconnect on this in like 2020 or 21 rather, when I'm just shocked that it's that wrong. It kind of implies that your Borgata may be a little stronger and a little bit more clandestine than we think. What are your thoughts on that, John?
I just think that the list is an older list. It's definitely it's not accurate. It's inaccurate, and don't forget they without anyone cooperating, this list is made up basically, from what they hear and what they gather, and they meaning the government, excuse me, and what they're told and they piece together this, some kind of a chart. I mean, it's, they have basically a lot of guys here, but it's definitely